Administration fees.
Administration, yes.
No, we,
I'm glad we just finally got rid of, took 3 kids off our car insurance. It's not really like Two kids for all.
Sounds like a phone, huh?
But I wanna be on yours, and well, we send me a check.
okay. We can begin.
This is the Town of Northfield Development Review Board meeting Thursday, April 23rd. It is touch after 7 PM. We're gonna call it to order, and first thing on the agenda is roll call. Mr. Hill,
Here.
Mr. Delarry,
Here.
Smith is here, Mitch is with us. We have Pecor and Massey are absent. Alrighty. Organizational meeting. Election of officers, the first thing, huh? Okay. Election of officers. We need a chair and a vice chair, is that what we need?
Chair and vice chair, and I will just continue as the clerk. I don't think I need to be elected.
Right,
Well, we need
Well-
nominations then, don't we?
we do.
I'd like to nominate Bill for chairman.
Second.
And I would nominate Joel for vice chair.
You gonna accept
Second.
that?
Hmm?
You gonna accept that?
I do accept that. I do accept it. So, we have a slate of officers, and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Alright,
Aye, any opposed? Any abstention? Aye.
We have you pause for just a moment because you guys can do that faster than I can write it down.
Good, we're not messing around today. Well, the next item says establish a firm meeting schedule. Is there, do we need to move off of the 4th Thursday in the month for some reason?
the last Thursday of the month, maybe.
I think the standard is that we establish our meeting date and
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of options because most of the available dates are taken by the thing, so
Yeah.
hopefully you guys are happy with the fourth Thursday of the month as needed.
It's almost always the last, but not always.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
There's Kevin.
I'll make a motion that we, use the fourth Thursday of each month.
continue to use the 4th Thursday of the month.
Yep.
Oh, Kevin Pico arriving.
Apologies.
Seriously,
I'll second that.
Well, certainly you managed to not get elected to an officer role by not being here, which is
See,
dangerous.
see.
Well, it worked
Well
out this
calculated.
time.
all
I
right.
wouldn't make a habit of it though.
Now we've been joined by Mr. Pecor, that's exciting. It's
Yeah.
always exciting, Kevin.
And, let's see, I will mention just for the record, we generally meet the fourth Thursday of the month. November, December, we combine the meeting and meet on the first Thursday of December because
Yes,
Thanksgiving and Christmas are conflict with the fourth Thursday of the month often.
Yeah.
Well, in case of Thanksgiving, always, Christmas often or other, and we don't have that much going on that time of year either, so. I will just,
you're getting deer season for Christ's sake.
yeah,
Exactly.
so we'll just,
Put you right between rifle deer season and muzzleloader deer season.
Yeah, there you go. so.
And it is winter in Vermont, there's not a lot of,
Activity.
activities
Okay,
traditionally.
So
Oh.
Elroy moved on the meeting date. Did we get a second?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that was Joel. And I made a friendly amendment
so the combining.
to combine,
the
to just
first
clarify
Thursday.
November, December.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, now it's back to you.
Also know this is Thursday before muzzleloader deer season. Oh, so, well, you got other priorities, man.
You're
All
right.
right, we're gonna go on to the
So you're
minutes.
gonna call the vote on that one.
Oh, how do I do? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There we go.
Opposed? Any abstentions?
All squared away
4-0-1.
now.
Now we're all good. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it right now.
That's all right. Keep me on my toes. That's good.
We have some minutes from the March 23rd meeting. Got a chance to review them. Kevin, looks like he's memorized them. All right.
I did not memorize them, no, but I did read through.
You did review.
I have. I have no edits.
Edits, questions, changes?
No, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second,
Ecor's move. No, seconded. All those in favor? say
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstention? 4-0-1.
Lovely.
Moving right along, new business. Stephen Atherton Esquire has applied for a home occupation permit for Kerry Cannon to do his paperwork drop off and meeting to execute documents. And we've got that application here. Um, Yeah, immediately.
And I think I warned the meeting as Steve having applied, but
Right,
when I got the application, Carrie applied, which is
yeah,
also just perfectly fine. But
but Steve's off somewhere in Texas.
I don't think-
yeah, Steve started the ball rolling on it.
I got the digital.
South
Carolina.
So are you folks here on this application?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't, since they're not, but why don't we, you tell us, if you can state your name?
Carrie Cannon.
There you are, alright. Talked to you on the phone, I never met you though. So, what looks, I think I have a pretty good idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware too, and I know what Steve might need you to be doing, but
Yeah, I meet with clients occasionally, very rarely. They come and, will execute documents or they drop paperwork off to me so that I can scan it to Steve.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
so he's not in Texas,
He's in South Carolina. He got admitted to the bar in South Carolina, he's Bob.
Ah.
So,
But you
so I
got,
kind of misled him from,
but he still sort of has a practice here that you're
Yes.
sort of
Yeah.
managing up there, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're located down by the old house?
yeah, right where the old house was. So there's not a lot of neighbors,
No.
as you know.
Right, okay. And you, sir, are you?
I'm just,
You're
just came along.
just the arm candy, as they say.
Just as Aaron
I
can.
got
There
my-
you go. Okay, does the board have any questions for the applicant? I guess we'll call Carrie, yeah?
No, this seems pretty.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve this.
Second,
Bill seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? 4-0. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
I guess I really just like all night. I don't know.
That's it.
Next time, if you could challenge the board a little bit more,
Yeah.
you know, in your
Give some
request.
more
Yeah.
excitement. I'll
right.
work on that.
No, please don't.
Sounds good. Any other business?
Yes, other business is, I sent a decision of the
Oh, yeah.
310 North Main Street. Our March meeting was the conditional use permit. I sent around, didn't hear,
have a nice night.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
I sent around a copy, did not hear any feedback about edits or anything, so if you guys are okay with it, I would just slide this down for Bill to sign and we'll have this matter all taken care of.
Where do
Yeah, Herbie Hancock on it.
So,
It is the 23rd.
Yes, it is.
Till midnight.
Back we go.
all right,
Perfect.
May 28th.
Yeah, next meeting will be May 28th. I do have an application that will be coming to us. One right now, don't know how this will happen, one I know of, and actually this will be familiar to Bill a little bit, maybe Joel, don't remember, Francisco Cervantes, he's got a dog
Oh, yes.
training
Okay.
business up on Richardson Road.
Yep.
And they want to do they wanna think about doing some outdoor events occasionally and using the space. So they're gonna present a proposal to, we've done things like that for potential weddings or other gathering type things, and
Right.
I think, well, I have an application, I didn't study it carefully, but I'll let him present it, but he's gonna talk about frequency of events off the, out of the gate. People tend to start small and say, let's see how this goes, and I might, do a couple a year, and if it goes well, then maybe we'll do more. And we'll see how the parking goes and what the traffic is like, but that will be March. Another thing I will mention, it just happened, I know conversations come up a few times about what's happening with the apartment building next to the Dollar General and nothing, and I've emailed the folks a couple times and,
They got equipment down there today, though.
yeah, I don't know if that's their equipment or the town's equipment for
The dam.
the dam, cause
Oh, it's finally gonna happen.
I think it's scheduled to happen this summer. Everything got kind of pushed back a year, but anyway, somebody, I don't know if you folks look at Front Porch Forum regularly enough, but somebody posted on there asking the same question. And Tom Davis responded that, and I think we knew this already, that, the original site plan was a little too close to some utility right of ways, so they had to reconfigure things a little bit.
Yeah.
And
A little tight there.
they're currently working with the state to sign off on that, and Tom's post suggested that activity is scheduled to start up late spring or early summer. It might be, have to work around the dam removal project, we will see. I will also mention that as part of that dam removal project, one of the conditions was the town had to work out access to the site. And before Jeff left, he did execute a lot line adjustment with the Dollar General folks. The town owns a narrow strip of land south of the Dollar General. And they've added another 0.8 of it, or 0.08 acres. They added a small other portion to make a bigger strip there that's gonna be useful for access and possibly even for a walking trail after this is done.
Yeah.
And so that is done, so access to the site is no longer an issue. Good. So that will be probably gearing up this summer as well, and I'll learn more about that.
I believe that starts in July.
Yep, yeah, I think there's like a 3-month window, July, August, September, that they're able to do that window.
Right, they need to have it done by October, I think.
Well, because of the river entry and stuff like that.
Didn't they move a utility pole over there?
There was some talk about some utility poles being moved as well, and I think there was something even on the Cumberland Farm side of the road, the place that,
Champlain.
Champlain Farms, that one too, cause yeah, they were,
Speaking of Champlain Farm, whatever became of that, walk-in cooler that?
it's still being worked out. I think there was a problem with, there is a utility easement that was encroaching on the spot that was where they wanted to build. And they had to move some water lines or something, and I have talked to it's not Pete, maybe it's Pete DeMassey, he's the fire chief, he's not the public works guy too, yes.
Yeah.
It was Pete I talked to, yeah.
Or Jim, but. Be him or
Or
Jim.
maybe it was Jim.
Jim Russo.
But anyway, I talked to them and he's, oh yeah, we're working with the state on that issue right now, so they're working that out, so I think that's slated to go also. I think he's not able to start the work until they move the utility lines that are close to the corner of the property where he wants to do the addition, but after that, it's all good to go.
Was there, what was the time frame on that? Do you remember?
Oh, let's see. Well, first thing, I was gonna mention this, 'cause I did happen to double check this, the permit for the construction of the apartment complex was issued May of 2025. It's good for 2 years,
Okay.
which is May of 2027. I will talk to those guys and find out. I thought they said originally that they had like an 18-month construction window. And if they're running tight on that, they are allowed to ask for a 1-year extension, which I might as well make them do before they get too far along. But I want to make sure they realize that that's your window. And I think I want to say that the Champlain Farms was at least May of last year as well. So it might have even been more like June. I'll double check
I thought it
that.
was after the,
Yeah, I believe it was after the apartment building, so they will have 2 years also, and I don't, that's a pretty small project. I think he'll get it done within 6 months or something like that, but I will keep an eye on that one as well and let him know what his window is like for doing all that.
is it 2 years to start or 2 years to finish? Yeah.
2 years to finish.
From the
I've
expired?
seen some towns that say you have to begin within 6 months of getting a permit. Northfield doesn't say anything about when you have to start. They just say you have to be done in 2 years, so,
That was my next question.
yeah.
And
And that's that, and we have a new town manager starting, not Monday next week, but next week.
Okay.
Mary Smith, I think.
Mary Kay Smith.
She used to work for Bill Fraser in Montpelier,
Oh, okay.
and,
No worries. No worries.
yeah, so she'll be starting next week sometime. So that's good.
When's the bridge project?
I think the bridge project got pushed to 2027.
Okay,
And possibly 28.
okay.
And now they're gonna be doing the Riverton Bridge in 27 also.
Riverton, okay.
Ooh. Yeah,
No, it's a kind of-
That one I
It
ponder every
kind
time
of
I
big,
drive
didn't
across.
last too long, did it?
They're,
it took a mirror off my truck one day.
Yeah, that bridge, hopefully, wow.
they,
That's not a bridge road.
Well,
That's just, wet, that's-
I guess they're
As you
gonna,
bounce into it off the pothole.
I guess they're gonna eliminate the walkway on that bridge. They-
but they're gonna put they're gonna redo the bridge. I can't think of the name of the road across from Ellie's Farm Market,
Love's Lane.
Lover's Lane,
Really?
and they're gonna, I heard they're gonna redo that bridge and the roadway. So that they wouldn't have to, so traffic would bypass that way instead of them having to put,
All the way down to the covered bridge. Yeah, that's, yeah, you know what, Secretary of Transportation Joe Flynn told me that, so I think that's you.
That's
Must be
been
correct.
since what I mean.
Lover's Lane, no,
Well, if they start working on the Riverton Bridge before the Lover's Lane Bridge is back in operation, traffic has to go all the way down Chandler Road and come over our covered bridges, which
Right.
we don't want.
right. So Lover's Lane first, Riverton Bridge
Right,
second.
'cause then they come to Chandler Road and take Lover's Lane back over to 12.
yeah, it does.
That
That's,
bridge is way
and-
more able to take it
Yeah.
than.
that's fine, I heard.
Pretty covered.
Well, right, just the sheer use and abuse of those
Cause
wooden bridges.
putting a temporary bridge in down there would be very, very difficult.
Room for it.
Not easily. You gotta either take part of the fire department parking lot, or you gotta take part of more of the granite shed.
Well, you have to take somebody's property.
You know what I mean? Like, either way.
All right, well, we're done.
That's pretty much the news, yeah, so
Make a motion to adjourn?
Oh, there you go.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, Kevin wants to make the motion.
Kevin, all right.
Late Pecor, they call it, late Pecor jumps in strong, motions.
Last one to show up, first one to leave.
Exactly. Show up late, leave early.
Oh, there, yeah,
Aye.
well, we're adjourned. No more meeting discussion, because that would be a public meeting.
Sir. Apologies for the minutes late. I got lost.
You got lost.
I got lost in 68 Firebird. And,
Yeah, I bet you
That
did.
white one?
and I
Have you
went,
seen it, Have you seen the Rev Cab 350?
what's that? This guy.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
see that go by the house there a couple of times.
yeah,
I heard it too.
Sounds nice. It's got just the right rumble to it.
yes, it does. Just right.
That guy in that white Camaro though, he needs to do something different with that car.